A little bit of rebar to finish up, and then finish up the last little bit of everything up here is ready for the concrete as far as the main shop floor goes. It's also going to eliminate the amount of concrete we're going to need because we brought the level up about 4 inches here that goes all the way across just to add some more structural rigidity to that. What's up everyone, Wild Schneider Outdoors. Welcome back to the lake and welcome back to the shop build out here at the cabin. Now today, not a lot to do, I guess you can say, construction wise. Just a little bit of rebar to finish up, and then finish up the last little bit of finishing touches, if you want to call them that, before the concrete gets poured. And then the concrete's going to get poured, we'll let it cure for a couple days, and after that the walls are going to start going up. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so as you saw in the last video, we got all this foam put down, but we've got to have 6 inches here because we're going to add 2 inches of foam plus rebar, and then the concrete, and then this carbon bar, which is the same thing as rebar, but it's just made out of carbon fiber and fiberglass. Same rigidity, same strength. But we got all this laid down. We have the grids laid out in sections. Yeah, half the price. Laid out in sections. We've got a protective box over the shower drain, so that way once the concrete's poured we can still access this down to the foam layer. And then we have the foam put around the bases of these pipes to help protect them a little bit more from the concrete once it gets poured. But everything up here is ready for the concrete as far as the main shop floor goes. Now all we got to do is put some finishing touches in here, and then this section is ready for concrete. Now this right here, this is one of the garage doors, and you have another garage door here. This is the last thing that we need to do before the concrete is poured. And as you can see in here, we just have compacted gravel down. Now we're going to be having multiple vehicles coming in and out of here, different weights, and we want to prepare for the future. So we want to be able to put more weight on here than we are set for right now. So what we are doing, if you compare this one to this one, a little bit more gravel, we're going to wet it and tamp it down with the tamper to get it nice and compact. And then we're adding this hog wire here for more strength, right? So it's going to give that concrete just more strength, keep it from cracking, and keep it from warping. And then on top of that, we have these holes drilled here that we'll have to clean out. But in there, we're going to have a rebar that'll stick down in, it'll sink down into those holes, and we'll bend it to add even more structural rigidity to this concrete. So that's what we're doing here. This one's a little bit different than that one, but as you can see, we're going to bring it up, add that hog wire, add that rebar, and then once that's done, that's the last finishing touches we need before the concrete comes in 2 days. Sweet, we got the hog wire in, the gravel compacted down, got some dobbies on there to keep them from sagging. When we pour the concrete, that's going to add a little bit more rigidity to the concrete as it goes in, and it's also going to eliminate the amount of concrete we're going to need because we brought the level up about 4 inches. Now you see here, this is carbon bar. This is what we use for the floor. It is just as strong as traditional rebar, but it's half the price. Now, what we're going to be using for the entrances, where we have these holes drilled, is traditional steel rebar, which we have leftovers from. But the reason for that is because our trucks are so heavy, and having tractors and just vehicles coming in and out being such high traffic, we want traditional steel rebar in there to take that initial shock load of that much weight coming in and out all the time. So not that this isn't a good quality product, just that with how much flow of traffic's going to be coming in and out of here, we want that extra oomph of steel. Alrighty folks, I think that's it until they pour the concrete. We've got the steel rebar in and bent. See if you can see Looking down here, the rebar is in and bent, and then we've got a crossbar here that goes all the way across just to add some more structural rigidity to that. And then take you in here where the concrete footer is going to go for the support for the mezzanine. We've got these little dobbies in here underneath the hog wire. Just again, it doesn't call for it in the plans, but we just want a little more structural rigidity in there, so that just gonna, if anything, it's just gonna help. But other than that, concrete comes in 2 days, 3 days to cure it, and then gonna start breaking out that wood pile there and get those walls up. It's gonna happen faster than we think. Alrighty folks, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for sticking around, and if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on that bell icon so you never miss a video. Be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever. I'll do my best to answer them. And go check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We post a lot more there than we do on this main channel, so keep an eye out for that. And folks, again, like I said, I appreciate you hanging out with us, and of course, as always, stay wild.